Welcome back to Living with a Classic. And you know what? That is the 200th time I've said that here on the channel, because this is video 200. And looking back on that, that just feels crazy. About 2 years ago when I started this, I don't really know what I was getting myself into, to be honest. It all started with the red XJS. I had it out. I went for a little bit of a drive. It's a very short video, something around, I think, 5 or 6 minutes long. And just sort of talking about why I like the XJS. And that's it. And now here we are, 200 videos later, and about 11,600 subscribers, about 1.2, 1.3 million views thereabout in that time. And I've made so many new friends, gotten to know a lot of people all over the world. And I mean, it's just, I'm very, very touched by how many people watch these videos, tune in every week. And I think so far I've only had 2 weeks that I've missed to upload. I think one due to taking some time off for a vacation, and one being sick. So all in all, that is not really bad at all. 200 videos over 2 years. And a lot of you guys who are watching, I know, have been subscribed to the channel for a long time. I recognize your comments all along the way, and that really, really does mean a lot. The people who have watched for close to 2 years, that is just amazing. And I do read every single comment, and I really do my best to try to reply to every single one. So I love all the comments and all of the discussions going on in the videos down below. So please continue doing that. That is just really, really great stuff. Before we get on to sort of the main topic here of this video, which you saw the title, Should I Sell One of My Cars? It's actually something we're going to discuss in this video. I thought I'd just take a quick time to talk about the shirt here. These shirts I sell and some other things in the Living with a Classic merchandise store. I'm doing a sale there right now just to move some things along, because there's some new designs coming later on in the summer. So from now, when this video goes live, until Sunday, there will be 15% off if you use the promo code video200. I'll put in a link down below. If you use that at checkout, you get 15% off everything. There are t-shirts like this one. We got hoodies, we got stickers, mugs, long sleeve shirts, and in all sizes. So have a look at the store down below, and if you thought about ordering something, now is a good time because there's a sale, like I said, until Sunday. But now onto this video, which will be a lot of different small things. I'm in the middle of filming quite a big project, which I'm not sure if it will come up on the channel this week or next week. I am removing the engine on that V8 S-Type, and well, there's a lot of things disconnect, a lot of things to do, a lot of things that are rusted solid in place, or bolts that snapped, and it's been quite challenging. And filming it makes it take such a long time to do it. That's sort of one thing I've realized, that when I do any job and if I'm filming it at the same time, it adds probably, I don't know, 200-300% to the time, or even more, but probably 4 times as long it takes to do something while I'm filming it. So that's why this is taking quite a long time. I think it's going to be a pretty long video as well, but I think it's going to be a very interesting one, getting that old engine out. And then of course we're putting a new one in. Going to open that up and just have a brief look at it inside, swap some things over, but we'll talk about that in a little bit when we have a look at that. Otherwise, I want to sort of talk about my thoughts on being an automotive YouTuber after 2 years and 200 videos, because I've learned quite a lot doing this, and I have no idea what I got myself into when I started. All that time ago. It was just a very simple first video. I borrowed a tripod from a friend, got a holder to put my phone up, got a little microphone, and that's it. I went outside, I filmed the XJS, went for a very, very short little drive, because it felt terrifying to drive and talk at the camera at the same time. So just going up and down the country lane here. And at the end of that video, I promised that there would be another video in a week. And I had no idea what I was going to do, which was just terrifying. But I thought, okay, if I set myself a deadline, I'm going to continue to do this. And that's something I wanted to do, because I had wanted to start this channel for about 3 years before I did. And I thought, now I'm going to do it, let's just do it. And I had no idea really what I was getting myself into. The only thing I decided that I will keep going and if I reach about 1,000 subscribers within the first year, I will keep going. If not, then maybe I'll consider not going. And I did reach that goal a little earlier than that. It took about 9 months or so for this channel to reach 1,000 subscribers. And now, like I said, we're at 11,600 or something. So the growth has been absolutely amazing. And like I said, I've learned so much doing this. Everything from getting better at editing and faster at it, understanding more about filming, camera angles, trying to get things to work, sometimes realizing that some projects are just too ambitious to film because it's just me, myself, and I. You know, sometimes I wish I had multiple people helping me out and filming. It would make it easier, but that's what this channel is about. I do everything myself, and that includes all the filming. So might not be the perfect camera angle sometimes, but I've noticed later when editing that, okay, that wasn't that clear, but there's nothing I can do about it. I've already done the job, I've already filmed it, I've already done everything. Gotta get that video out. And that's also one thing that we should talk about, that there is, I think a lot of YouTubers have realized there's a little bit of pressure, especially if you're a person who is a little bit competitive, like I am as well. I'm not competitive in most things, but I do feel a little bit competitive doing this, and that is, you know, to try and make the next video better than the last. And YouTube is pretty interesting in that way, that if you have a YouTube channel and you upload things, when it uploads, you can see minute by minute compared to your last 10 previous video how that video is doing, how much people are watching, for how long. And if you spend hours and hours on a video and you think, oh, people are gonna love this, and then you see that now it's the worst video that you've uploaded to your channel in months and compared to views, and you're really proud of that, that can really hurt. That can really be difficult to go out and get motivated and film the next thing. I've also learned that the funny thing is that the videos that do the best usually on the channel is when something breaks catastrophically. And I think that is what many channels take advantage of, especially some of the really big channels. I still have a very small channel, but we're talking some of the big channels with hundreds of thousands of subscribers or millions. Will have like a really clickbait good title, and I don't think clickbait's a bad thing. Just clickbait just sort of means that people actually want to click on the video, which is a good thing, and then if you deliver in that video, that is really good. And I think we talked about a selling car. We'll get to that in the end, I promise. But if they have sort of my supercar blew up or something, and it's this picture of a burning car or something on the little thumbnail, that's going to do really well probably. And that's what I've noticed as well. So when the XJ6 broke down, even though I was very sad because I love driving that car, and you know, if it breaks down, it means I need to spend more money on it and time fixing it. But the only good thing is that those videos actually do well on the channel and get a lot of views. And the nice thing about that is that when you do get views, that does mean a small little income does come into me from the ads, because this is a monetized channel, and I get some money from the ads. It's not a ton of money in any way like that. I mean, the big channels can definitely live off this, but it does cover expenses with, you know, camera gear, things like that, and paying for some of the parts to keep these cars on the road. So definitely, without making these videos, I would not be able to have the number of cars that I do have. Definitely not, because it just wouldn't be financially viable for me. And that's also why sometimes some projects on this channel does take a little bit of time. I do want to mention that sometimes, because we have some comments sometimes down below, which I think are very well meant, where people are asking, oh, why don't you do this, or why don't you do that? And usually is, I would love to do things. They're asking, oh, why don't you manual swap a car or something? Well, there's no way I can afford to do that at the moment. Definitely the channel is not at that level where I could buy stuff for thousands and thousands of dollars just for one video. No, that would bankrupt me pretty quickly, because outside of this, I have a very ordinary life. Me and my wife, we live out here on a small little ranch up in the middle of nowhere in Sweden, and we have regular jobs. I work in IT, not really in like a fancy IT position or anything. I work in normal, regular IT support. If your computer is broken with that company I work for, they'll call me and I'll try and help them out. So it's just a regular job, and this is something I do completely in my free time, usually in the evenings, you know, when my daughter's gone to sleep and everything's quiet, or sometimes now when working, you know, on the weekend, go out for an hour or so, just film a thing if I need to be light out. And so it's just done in my free time with any sort of spare cash I had before. And now I'm really grateful that the channel is doing well and it's getting a little bit of income in, and that does help with being able to do some of the bigger projects here on the channel. And I'm hoping to be able to do bigger and bigger projects on the channel as it goes. Let's go and have a look around some of the projects in here, and then we'll talk a little bit about the whole thing. Maybe I should sell something. Here is the project with the S-Type V8, which many people ask, no, it's not my car. It is a good friend of mine. It's a relative of mine. It's actually a relative of my wife's. And I'm helping him out to fix this thing up. So bought it with a bad engine. We sort of got it going and realized that there's a lot of it. It has a knock, it probably has blown head gaskets. So over here, we got a used engine, which is going in. It's a low mileage unit, which should be good. But that means taking this thing out. And I've never taken one of these out before. There was a video, or going to be a video on it. I'm, like I said, about halfway through filming that. And it's gone really well so far. Everything underneath is pretty much disconnected. I think I have one cable left, which is the one of the cables on the alternator, and that's about it. Everything else has been disconnected underneath. Up top, as you see, the inlet manifold is off and a lot of other things out of the way. I do have a couple bell housing bolts left to go, and then it should hopefully lift out. So maybe in the next couple of days, if I have a little bit of spare time, I'll be able to lift that out, and then part one of that video will be ready. Then there will be, you know, taking, we'll take this engine apart at some point just to see what went wrong inside. I think that'd be fun just to see, and also show you guys what a Jaguar V8 looks like on the inside. But you know, there will be another part, putting the other engine in, replacing some seals and things on that, and the water pump and things. And then hopefully get this thing started, and then hopefully everything else is pretty much fine. There's some surface rust on the brakes from it sitting, but I think they'll be fine with just you know, driving a bit. I'll probably take it apart a little bit, just make sure that the pads and everything are fine. Other than that, this thing just needs a very good clean, and a little bit of paint work on the other side where there's a small dent, and big detail inside, and it should be a nice car for my relative to drive around in, and hopefully it will work well, and hopefully he will be very happy with it as well. I thought we'd go down here into the main storage building and sort of have a look at the cars here and talk about some of the main things in the title, which is, you know, should I sell one of the cars, which is something I have thought about quite a bit. Haven't made up my mind yet, but something I have thought about during the last couple months, and well, we'll get to it in a little bit. But here is the Daimler, which we did some videos on not too long ago. Nothing has happened since. I have ordered those tires, and they're taking a very long time to get there, but I talked to the tire shop. They should have them actually this afternoon or tomorrow. So those are the wheels they're going on. I'll remove those from the XJ12 a little bit later, and then I'll get them over there, get new tires, sell them in, put them on the Daimler, and then I can finally go for a drive in that thing again. Now I'll put it into daily use and see if everything is sorted and if everything is working well. But I thought we'd take a seat here, in which has been pretty much, well, the most successful car here on the channel in both breaking down and getting the most views. I think there's a connection there, but let's have a seat inside, and we'll talk about the whole sort of selling something idea. It's a little on the dark side in here, but I think it will have to do. I thought it'd be nice to have a sit here in the car, which has been the most popular car video-wise on the channel, and it was also the first car I bought purely for the channel. I definitely did not need another old Jag. And it was sort of what I had in savings at the time when someone offered to sell this to me. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to do this, hopefully make videos of it. If it doesn't work out, then I'll sell it. And that was sort of the whole idea of getting the, continuing the channel. Because at that time, I was almost at the point of really running out of things I could film regularly. I mean, I could maybe put out a video or 2 a month, but I wanted to be really regular, 2 videos a week, to hopefully be able to grow the channel. And this car enabled that. And it's been an amazing journey. Even though it's very broken at this moment, I do still like it a lot. But we talked about selling cars, and I've thought about that multiple times. I thought about selling this one also. There's only so many times a car can break down on you, and you think about, you know what, maybe I should sell it. But it's thanks to the support of you guys who watch the videos and are so supportive in the comments that have made me, do the whole top end rebuild one more time. Sadly, that wasn't the issue. Something else in the block. And now being so supportive when I said, you know what, I'm going to park this for a while. I need to save up some money to be able to do an engine swap. And you guys are so supportive. And once again, that really means so much. And now with this interior that I really love, and if I'm able to get another engine for it, I think this car will be a really nice driving car. Because when it's working well, it does run very nicely, and I do love driving it. And you guys seem to really enjoy videos on this car. So this is a good car to keep there on the channel. But like I said, I have thought about getting rid of it to make room for another project, because I'm not in a financial situation just to get another car to be able to maybe diversify the channel a little bit and get some different views, because, well, that is really a dream of mine, and I think the dream of many people who do YouTube, is to be able to do this full time, because I think it's so much fun to film. I think it's so much fun to interact with you guys in this sort of way, edit the videos, think of new interesting video ideas, work on the cars. I absolutely love it, and I would love to be able to do this full time in some sort of way. At the moment, that is definitely not possible, just financially. But if it ever is, that would be absolutely amazing, and it's an opportunity I would try out if it would be possible. And you shouldn't really compare yourself to other things. It doesn't really matter what you do, but I think it's difficult not to, especially on YouTube where there's so much statistics, which is really easy to see. I mean, you can see if another channel's video or something does really well. It's very easy to see that. And the big channels, which are at the level where I think they could definitely live off it, one of the things I've noticed is that there is a big change of cars, that a new car is brought on. There's a video be like, hey, look at my new project, which that will always bring a lot of views. And so that sort of got me thinking, okay, maybe I need to get rid of something that, even if I do like it, because maybe it just doesn't really do well with views, and get something else. So I thought about the Daimler a couple times. I do really love that car. It's been a dream car of mine, but it's not the most popular car in the world when it comes to videos, but I do really love it. However, when it broke down on me the second time, I thought, you know what, maybe it's time to move this thing on and make room for another car that might be more popular with views here on the channel. Anyways, this video is probably getting pretty long at the moment, and I hope you guys are still watching, and it hasn't been too much of a rant so far, but I really wanted to share not only what I've shared sometimes, which is behind the scenes of what happens, that you don't see in the main videos, but for this 200th video, I wanted to share sort of what happens with me behind the camera. Because when you're watching a YouTuber, it's usually not a big film crew or anything like that. You're really just watching quite a personal thing. You're watching me, yes, work on these cars and what happens, but it's a big part of my life. You're really watching all of my free time that I spend with myself that I don't spend with anyone else, like my family. So it is, it's quite intimate, to be honest. And I've gotten used to now speaking to a camera, and it doesn't really feel like I'm talking to a camera. It always feels like I am talking to you guys, the people in the comments. I sort of see the people's names in the comments in front of me when I'm talking, and it's a very, very odd thing, but I've gotten used to it. But like I said, it's not always the easiest thing. And I really just, I don't know. I don't really know what I wanted with this video, but I just really wanted to share my thoughts and things, and sort of maybe why some things take a little bit of time sometimes. I know some projects here on the channel, they do take a lot of time, but that's sometimes because you're not always in the perfect mood to go out and film something, because you always want to try to be happy on camera. I am a very happy person, but this past couple of years, or this past year, I mean, has been difficult for everyone around the world. In some shape or form, everyone has been, you know, I can't think of the word right now, but everyone has been impacted by the pandemic in some sort of way. We've been very, very lucky that we haven't gotten sick, and no one really close to us has gotten sick. However, both my wife and I have been working from home for a long time. I've been working from home over a year. I haven't seen my office. I haven't seen coworkers. There are a lot of friends, you know, I haven't seen in a long time. And I know it's the same for you guys watching as well. And I think a lot of people have been a little bit down during this time. It's hard to always stay positive. And I always want to be happy and positive in videos. So sometimes maybe if you're having like a week where you just, you know, things aren't going well, maybe something happens at work, it can be difficult to go out and film something, be productive first, you know, actually work on, tinker with a car, film that at the same time and be really positive. And I don't know, I just want to share with you guys what it's like behind the camera, and what it feels like being a small automotive YouTube channel. I absolutely love doing this, and I'm very proud of what I've achieved, and I'm very, very happy that I've gotten to know so many of you subscribers, and I hope to at some point be able to meet some of you guys if I get the chance to travel ever again. That would be very, very cool. Anyways, we'll see what will happen here on the channel. I'm going to keep going. We're still doing 2 videos a week. I still have a lot of things going on. I'm still very, very motivated. Don't worry, I'm very, very motivated to make videos. And what really does keep the motivation going is reading the comments. So please continue commenting down on all the videos, and I'll do my best to reply to all of them. Anyways, if you like this video, even though it was quite a different one, just a rant talking, please give a thumbs up, share it with your friends. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. It really does help out a lot. Anyways, until next time, I'm Adam, and this was Living with a Classic. I'll see you soon.